Workplace safety in industrial environments is ensured through the proper management of machines and hazardous areas. This presentation explains how emergency stop systems and other safety measures should be implemented. These systems, developed in accordance with safety standards, play a vital role in preventing workplace accidents. Key topics related to industrial safety systems are to be covered. First, the features and installation of emergency stop buttons are addressed. Then, reset functions, emergency stop categories, and the testing of these systems are covered. Additionally, information on safety standards for platforms and ladders, as well as safety systems used in high-risk areas, are explained. The main objective of the standard ISO 14122-1-2016 is to prevent workplace accidents by ensuring safe access to machines for workers. This standard covers many topics, from the design to the maintenance of access tools, such as ladders, platforms, and ramps. When access to a machine requires the least incline, especially on slippery surfaces, ramps should be used. In A2 areas, ramps with special anti-slip coatings should be preferred. In B1 and B3 areas, if access to the machine requires a steeper angle, stairs should be used. In C1 and C2 areas, stepped ladders should be used. Fixed ladders should be used for the steepest angles. The clear height of walkways and platforms should be at least 2,100 mm. If there is an obstacle on the walkway, warning signs and soft covering materials should be used. In this case, the minimum head clearance should not be less than 1,900 mm. The width of the walkway should be at least 800 mm. For paths used by more than one person at a time, the width should be no less than 1,000 mm. However, walkways used less than 30 days a year and for less than 2 hours a day can have a width of 600 mm. If necessary, for distances under 2,000 mm, the width can be reduced from 600 mm to 500 mm. According to ISO standards, the tread depth of stairs should be between 210 and 310 mm. The step height is calculated using the formula shown on the screen. The headroom must be at least 2,300 mm and the overall height at least 1,900 mm. The stair width should be at least 600 mm, preferably 800 mm. In areas where more than one person passes at the same time, the width should be at least 1,000 mm. Depending on the risk assessment, this width can be reduced to 500 mm. For stepped ladders, the tread depth should be at least 80 mm, and the step nosing should be greater than 0 mm. The head clearance should be at least 2,300 mm, and the height should be at least 850 mm. The fall height of a single flight should not exceed 3,000 mm. The clear width between beams and guardrails should be between 500 and 800 mm, preferably 600 mm. In the design of an industrial ladder and guardrail, according to the ISO 14122-3 standard, the ladder angle should be between 45 and 70 degrees, and the guardrail should be 900 mm in height, supported at intervals of no more than 500 mm. The guardrail should continue along both inclined and horizontal areas to ensure user safety. The upper and lower platforms must be protected by guardrails. The height of the guardrails should be at least 90 cm, with intermediate guardrails in the middle for additional safety. A self-closing gate should be used when transitioning from the ladder to the platform. This gate should be designed to meet the safety requirements of the guardrails and should not require a footplate. The gate should close by itself using a spring or gravity and should remain closed without being locked. Additionally, it should be designed to open easily toward the platform or ground. Fall protection is mandatory for fixed ladders with a fall height exceeding 3 meters. Preferably, a safety cage should be used for fall protection. Alternatively, a vertical lifeline and fall arrestor can be used by trained operators. However, the safety cage and vertical lifeline should not be used together. When fixed ladders are equipped with a safety cage, the dimensions and standards for this protective equipment must be correctly applied. For divided ladders, each section should not exceed 6 meters in height, and a safety cage should be used. Ladders with a maximum total height of 10 meters can be installed in a single piece, equipped with either a safety cage or a vertical lifeline. These measures are taken to enhance ladder safety, reduce the risk of falls, and ensure a safe working environment. According to the ISO 14122 standard, the top step or rung must be at the same level as the walking surface of the arrival area. This is an important requirement for safe transition. Ladders can provide access to the arrival area via front or side exits. However, to prevent the risk of falls, self-closing trapdoors are mandatory. On platforms, trapdoors can be used to access lower-level ladders. These doors should open upward or horizontally to ensure safe passage and should automatically close after the transition. The width of the access opening should be between 500 and 700 millimeters. According to ISO 14122 standard, ensuring workers have safe access to machines is vital for preventing workplace accidents. The proper design of access areas should include ramps for low angles and fixed or stepped ladders for steep angles. Stair widths, step heights, and tread depths have been carefully determined to ensure safe access. Guardrails and safety measures must be implemented with precision. To mitigate fall risks, safety cages and guardrails should be used on platforms, and full compliance with head clearance and fall height criteria must be ensured. Thank you for listening. Please contact us for your questions.